All right, this is Troy Knowles. I'm here live cooking with Paul. Uh, and we just did the Cinco de Mayo cooking better
Cooking with the
Hispanic food,
Hispanic food.
kicking
Yeah,
with Paul.
yeah.
Tell us what we did for the All of Us research program just now.
So what we did today, everybody, we just really focused on the Hispanic culture and celebrating Cinco de Mayo. So we did some fish tacos, we did some refried, we did some refried beans, we did some uh, brown rice, we did some black beans, we did a let me show you what we did, y'all. This is what we did a black bean salad. And so we just put it all together in a really healthy way, in a really efficient way, without all the cheeses that are traditionally known in the Hispanic community.
So what's the issue with Hispanic food as it relates to the cheese and the sour cream and things of that nature? What does that do to the food?
Well, it makes it creamy. It makes it taste great, first of all. So now I'm not going to deny that fact. It makes it taste really good. But from a healthy perspective, it tends to be very weight gain, has a lot of weight gain, tends to make you feel very heavy, it tends to make you feel a little sleepy. And so uh, many times true Hispanic food isn't covered in all the cheese. But here in Texas, where we live, it tends to be lots of cheese, lots of sour cream, and things of that nature that tend to not let it be as authentic as it would traditionally come directly from that culture.
So what are some of the things you did to keep the taste? Because I tasted it and it was good, but minimize the cholesterol, fat, things of that nature.
So, just some simple tips. We just use some things like grapeseed oil is a better cooking oil. In the black bean salad, believe it or not, we use for a dressing kind of laid in there. We use some honey with lime, and we got some guac on the side. So when we mix this up, it gives us its own little flavor with some seasonings like a little cayenne, a little black pepper, some cilantro, basil. So we use a lot of seasonings like that that can still have it very flavorful. We just don't need the dairy consumption.
So in the last 4 months, we've done this, and we did 4 different types of food.
Right.
Talk about what we did and how you minimize the caloric or fat intake
Right.
for or
Each one.
cholesterol for each one.
So the first show we did Memories of Cook Christmas Past, and we did a combination of cranberry sauce. We did sweet candy yams, sweet potatoes. And so with the candy yams, for example, instead of using white sugar, we use raw sugar. And that makes a huge difference because the raw sugar still has the fiber, which allows the body to not produce as much insulin. Um, and then New Year, New Food, we really focused in on challenging everyone to incorporate a few more greens and a few more fruits every day. You know, January was New Year, New Food. And so I just challenged you how to do some kale really quick and cabbage really quick. And we did it all within an hour, cooked, prepped on a plate where you could eat. So it doesn't take a long time. And then in February, we did Food for Your Soul. We took the traditional foods that we love, like at our table. We took some macaroni and cheese. We took some collard greens. We did some fried chicken. We did some chicken. And so once again, we just tweaked it. Instead of using sour cream or carnation milk or things like that for the macaroni and cheese, we use rice milk. We used whole wheat noodles. We used unsalted butter. And the macaroni and cheese, you guys, we got the pictures. We'll show you. It was amazing. With the collard greens, instead of doing the pork and even turkey to a large degree, we did seaweed and onions and garlic because that allows it to keep the nutritional value and at the same time still tastes good. And then with the chicken, instead of frying it, we baked it and it was phenomenal. So we did that. And then we just finished up today cooking for the fiesta for Cinco de Mayo. Like I said, we did fish tacos. We had fresh cilantro, tomatoes. We had some kale. We got some roasted corn, Spanish rice, refried beans, black beans. So we were able to put it all together and still represent the Hispanic community like I would think they would want to be represented. But at the same time, just like their community, just like our community, any other community, we want to eat better. We want to have a better quality of food so we can have a better quality of life.
Well, I don't think most people associate chronic illness with diet, and you know it's the primary driver. Talk about your journey as a chef from a standpoint of making sure that people ate better to have a better life.
Well, for those of you who don't know, I've been doing this 16 years, and it really didn't start like this. It has morphed into me doing cooking classes and different things like that. But really, my focus has always been health and wellness, teaching you, educating you on what foods cause certain diseases, what foods eliminate certain diseases. And I got on this path because my mom had a heart attack. And from there, we found a doctor that taught us how to shop different, cook different, eat different. And she was able to reverse all her symptoms. And so now, almost 17 years in, it's just really taken a life of its own. So I do a lot of cooking. I do a lot of education. And you don't need a product. You need the information. The information is what changes your life. You know, the Bible says we perish for lack of knowledge. So once you get the knowledge on what truly healthy eating is, you never need another diet. You don't need another fad. You don't need another calorie-based diet or a keto or anything of that. You just make it a lifestyle. You know, if you are a nice person, then your lifestyle is just being nice all the time. Well, when you know how to eat all the right foods, you don't need a diet. You just eat right all the time.
So vices, sugar.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about my personal vices, cookies,
right,
and chocolate candy.
right.
So how would you tell me to and not drink a lot of coffee?
Right.
So what are some of the things that I could do to help me get over that addiction?
So I would tell you, Troy, I'm not going to tell you you can't have something, because the minute anyone tells you what you can't do, your brain shifts. So I would say, let's just make a better choice in all those things. So if you got a particular cookie that you really like, then I'm going to take you to the Whole Food store and show you a cookie that's very similar, that looks just like it, but it's not going to be made with white sugar. It's going to be made probably with honey, or it's going to be made with raw sugar or something along those lines. Same things with chocolate. I'm going to say, don't eat milk chocolate all the time. Eat dark chocolate. There is a dramatic difference in how your body processes those two. Milk chocolate has a lot of dairy. Dark chocolate does not. So, and then with the coffee, once again, let's just get a cleaner version of coffee if you got to drink coffee. But it's the question that you ask, Troy, I face every day, all day, and it's just shifting. It's not taking away, it's just shifting to something different. And in making a different choice, you appreciate it. You go, oh, I can eat this. This tastes good. Huh. Oh, man, you know what? Didn't feel as heavy today. Didn't feel as sleepy today. And then you start to see your health gradually improve. So it's not so much deprivation as it is different choice.
Well, cool, man. Thanks for having us. Anything you want to add before we get up out of here?
Be safe, y'all. For those of you that want to follow me, check me out on IG, P Ritter 2355. Check me out on LinkedIn, Paul Ritter. Check me out on Facebook, Paul Ritter. And then also, if you want to get to me on Twitter, Paul Ritter 23. Love y'all. Peace.